This Triceraton Infantryman figure is such a wild amount of fun. You can already see, I've just spent the better part of hours posing this guy, going through everything. And my god, there's only one thing I don't like about it. You might be able to see just by looking at it, but good lord, is this figure. I actually stuck Leo to get that pose. I've been using some sticky stuff. Okay, now we've cleared the deck. Yeah, the turnstile, it's good for the little guys, just JoyToy turtles, but when they start busting out these big guns, yeah, you need a little bit more room. So first of all, let's go back in time, check out the packaging and the accessories.
Obviously, I got the whole set. I'm not just going to buy one, but we're taking it one by one on this channel to focus on each figure. The beautiful packaging here. Just got to tear off that fine JoyToy plastic wrap. You know I love it. I'll never stop mentioning it. Awesome display window. Great figure artwork. The spine art. Poses on the back. Get him out of the box. Then we arrive at what I love next about JoyToy is they just use a tray system, right? So you look at it and then bam, you're right into the action looking at all these accessories. You got the figure, you got a stand, you got two barbells, you got this big rifle thing, you got a crazy pistol thing, you got 6 hands, and you have that gladiator sword thing. Is there any moment cooler than this one where you pull the figure out and you have the smell, the magic, the brand newness of it all? Some quick size comparisons, starting off with everyone's favorite old rat Ninja Master Splinter, little short guy, Shredder, a little bit taller, shoulder length, Donatello, a little bit smaller. He's just a big, hefty guy. We do need to put on the tail. So you get this tail. It is, ooh, it's one of those rubbery, bendy tails. I don't know, I don't know why they have like the holes in there. Does the wire, I've asked this before, does the wire need to like air out or stuff? So this should plug in very easy, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's very nice. Yeah, it's just a whopper amount of stuff. So much fun things to fiddle with. He's just fantastic. As we check out his articulation, yeah, he does have the same thing with Slash and Toka, where the hands come off super easy, which honestly, after the struggle that can be Casey, I don't mind. Again, they're not loose. They're not like you can shake it and it's not flopping off. It's just when you go to pose it, it pops off super easy. So it's a strange kind of thing where I actually don't mind because when you go from almost breaking a figure to try and swap hands out to just it being kind of annoying when you're trying to get a specific pose and it pops out, I'll take it. I'll take it. So yeah, you have this thing. Super cool, by the way. There goes the little barbells rolling away. But these little daggers, it's cool that they can go back in place. And yeah, you can switch them. You can do a little like this for the a spinny bladeness. Let's get a different hand on there. Little fist. It's odd though, because the new hands that haven't been put on there before, they can be super tight. So you got to kind of like work them into that ball peg. But the ball peg, again, folks who have this wave and who have had Casey, you know the ball peg is just so much cooler, so much less stress. But as we go through the articulation, full Townsend. Oh yeah, nothing stopping this guy. Pretty good shoulders, single jointed elbows, the little ball point, ball peg, whatever. And then he has a pretty good back bend. Not a ton of ab crunch, but he can still bend down pretty fantastically. The tail, what the hell? I'm just knocking everything off. It is the rubberized tail, of course, so you can bend that pretty good, however you like. The legs, metal joints. Ooh, these big beefy guys, you love it. And there's nothing holding this guy back from doing the splits that way or doing the splits this way, though his holster can get in the way, right? And what did I pop off? I popped off, sitting in the freaking dark over here, one of the pouches. If you have the Warhammer figures, you know like the belts always have like different pouches and stuff. So as you're posing that, that'll pop off. Double jointed knees, nice beefy joint. You love that. The tee hee hee. Here's where really the only thing I don't like about this figure is the ankles. So he goes back pretty fine, but there's really no like forward movement. It's very like best action loyal subjects turtles.
So the poses, when you want him to like lean forward, it just doesn't do it as well. Which, yeah, he's a big, clunky Triceraton guy. So, I don't know. I don't know the range of an ankle on a Triceratops, but that is annoying. I wish that was better. I mean, you can do like he's like leaning forward in other ways as he tips the leg back, cocking up a punch. That's not so bad. But yeah, that's the only flaw I have with this figure. Otherwise, like look at the detail, look at the sculpt everywhere. It's just fantastic. And like we saw with the accessories, you can strip him down to bare bones. Now, I don't like these little plastic little peg thingies. This one's actually not so bad as you go through and you just like fit it back on there and you take everything off. So that's pretty cool. He has that big beefy armor. Just super sick figure. He has a little scarf. Why the dinosaur needs like a scarf thing, I don't know. Maybe it's like a rank thing. Not a ton of head movement like that, but you can do like the side to side and look up that way if you're doing. It's kind of interesting. Like you do the side look up, and that's how you get the huge range. But just the paintwork, the details are fantastic. And so then, as you're going about comparing sizes, he's just a whopper. He's a whopper of a figure. Obviously, he towers over the turtles. The turtles, they're in a mess after their battles, Mikey, like there. So they're about, just over his stomach. You have like Toka and Slash there. So it's just the size, the scale on this line is fantastic. I love how they've made the certain figures smaller when they need to. I think they've nailed the size on just about everything. You have Krang over there. You can see this stupid freaking base, but he goes toe to toe with Krang. If you know the IDW comics, you know Triceratons and Krang, not exactly friends. You have this like holster thing, which you could take off the holster if you wanted to. I don't I don't want to get into pulling off his feet, though I'm sure you could. I'm just some boiling. I'm a boiling pro now after Casey. But I just love like they give you a working holster and you can swivel it around as needed. But for the gun, it's just the weapons, the details. Where's his big freaking like rail gun? Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, yeah, you pull the clip out and JoyToy does this with their weapons on the Warhammer series all the time. Like if ever, not a clip magazine, sorry. If there's ever like a magazine, almost always it pulls out, so you can do a cool pose like he's reloading his magazine. I just love this figure. This one is solid. This one is great. It's really just the ankle range that I don't like, but gosh dang. And yeah, do I have the whole freaking wave? Do I have all of them? I certainly do. But you know me, we like to do one at a time. Let them each shine. But I can't wait to get Captain Zorax and Adjutant Zork, because these are rad. I think I'm going to need to army build this guy, if we're being honest. Like, do I necessarily have the space? No, but it's 1/18th scale, so it's smaller, so I can fit a ton more Triceratons. And this guy is cool. Is he economical to army build? I mean, not really. What, they're like $40? You can get them from... This was my shipment from Flyima. They have a pretty good deal. Code Cody. You can get as low as price possible there. LT Cave? Generally, even with my discount at Flyima, LT Cave edges them out. So they're another good option. But yeah, can you afford to buy a ton of these? Do they have necessarily enough weapons to army build? Not really, though I have a feeling if you combine with the other Triceratons, it'll work out quite splendidly. And really, you get a bunch of these guys with like the guns, maybe some pistol crew, or if you just want like the bare bones gladiator look with the thing, I think it'll still work. You can even use the barbells. I don't know. This figure, it's almost brain-breakingly fun because we're less than a year out. What the first Turtles came out, I think they came out just after or around Halloween of last year when they started coming out, and they were announced like summer before then. So we're barely creeping upon like a year, maybe, if we go from the pre-orders. and we already got like 20 plus. We're already at like a Triceraton trio. Just utterly fantastic. JoyToy, give them as many turtles as they want to make. Like, how deep could we go? I don't care. I've seen a lot of people mentioning like Usagi, Ojimbo, and Pandacon. Those actually aren't turtle licenses. Those are just, they were just folded into the cartoon. So JoyToy would have to like license with them separately. Could they? No, nothing stopping them. But I would love. Hopefully, we get like a, imagine like a Mutagen Man and all the cool stuff JoyToy could do with him. Muckman, variant turtles. I want some variant turtles. The only thing as you're posing and having fun with these guys, like Mikey, he's always happy no matter the battle. Leo, he's always gruff. That works for battles. You know, Donnie, also always kind of like smugly happy. So hopefully we get some variant turtles, heads. I don't know how that would work if they'd like a head pack, but you know, sports turtles, the magic turtles, monster turtles, do it all. I want JoyToy to just make TMNT for the end of time because I love this guy. I've had such a fun time posing him and doing like different battles with the turtles. In the end, in my head, the turtles put up a good fight, but you know it's a giant Triceraton, so they're gonna need some backup. They're gonna need to find a way to actually make it work. But that's the magic of the JoyToy line. I just have so much fun playing with these, creating the scenes in your head. It's like I'm a kid again, and they're just so detailed, perfect mix of cartoony and fun. Like they do this crazy, evil looking dinosaur, but they know TMNT at its heart is goofy, so they throw in the barbells, which match up with like the other figures in this wave that also have their exercise equipment, because that's how you stay roided out as a space dinosaur. But yeah, if you're still hesitant on the JoyToy line after all we've seen, it's fine. It's fine. JoyToy, it's sturdy. It's sturdy. If you're still hesitant, I don't know. I don't know what it would take to get you into it at this point, but every successive release, I'm just more and more in love, and I can't wait for more. So hopefully the fun never ends. Thank you again for watching. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious the holdouts. It's probably the scale, right? The 1/18 scale. I don't know. It's small at first when you have like one or two, but now I have like a 20 plus turtle figure collection of JoyToy, and you don't even think of the scale because they're all just like look at like Bebop and Rocksteady in them fighting the Triceraton. Like it's such a fun scale. If this was 1/12, sure that'd be cool, but I don't have room for that. So it's been so awesome. I'm such a 1/18 scale convert at this point. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks as always for watching. Take care of yourselves and have a good weekend. Bye.